and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm in my basement here. It is still cold. Let me point out here. So we had snow yesterday, so it's March 24th. So the weather's the least of our concerns here. So with the coronavirus, and I just want to do a video, a couple of things I'm going to talk about real quick. So this is my basement, and so I was talking to Madeline. So, we're isolated and we're quarantined, the social distancing. Excuse me, I have something in my mouth. That's why if I have the kratom between my cheek and gum. So if you hear something, whatever, I digress, as I usually do. But anyway, so if we're isolated for a period of time, I'm all set. Like, take a look at my books here. And I got a shit ton more upstairs. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. Messy Michael. There's more over here. There's my weights. Okay, look at our food supply and everything. So we're all set. So I said to Madeline, a couple of years, no problem, easily. Baby going to the store for essentials. So and by the way, DVDs. I fucking love DVDs. I used to collect them, and I still have a few hundred. And what classics! Hey, top one here. Goodfellas. I just saw that recently. It was streaming on Netflix. So look at my collection. I fucking love it. Woo! The Columbo, the TV series. I love the Columbo. Oliver Stone. Look at all this great stuff here. So I'm all set for a couple of years easily. This would probably take me to read all my books. I've read some of them, not all of them. Duh. That would take probably about 100 years. And I got about a few hundred books upstairs and videos. So there you go. Okay, so a book that I'm reading now is this, the classic here. Sophie's World. There's the author. He's Norwegian. He's Norwegian, I believe. Justine, there you are. Let me pick up the book. Justine Garter. All right, so there's a passage here. By the way, it's a novel on, as it says, a novel about the history of philosophy. And it's so good. I read this a long time ago in the 90s, and it didn't resonate with me at the time. I was kind of like, this is kind of lame. And it's kind of, it is in a way a child's book, in a sense that, well, the protagonist is a 14-year-old girl, and then she gets into philosophy, and this guy goes through the whole history of philosophy. It's very good. But now as an older man, and I'm looking back at this, I'm really enjoying it. Is it a little corny in the beginning? A little bit, a little far-fetched? Yeah, but go with it. It's fun. And there's a lot of information here. So my point here, really, of the whole video, well, I wanted to make a couple of points, the first about being quarantined, but this too. So there's chapters on Socrates, and as you can see here, I don't know if it doesn't matter if I could zoom in here, but the right insight leads to the right action. So he who knows what good is will do good, he said. By this he meant that the right insight leads to the right action, and only he who does right can be a virtuous man. And here's what I want to say. When we do wrong, it is because we don't know any better. Let me repeat that. When we do wrong, it is because we don't know any better. And let me just go down to the next paragraph, and you can see I put an asterisk here. It says, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it says, Socrates thought that no one could possibly be happy if they acted against their better judgment. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Put this down. So, by the way, I'm no longer on Facebook. They suspended me for something ridiculous. It's very involved why I got suspended. I'm not going to get into it here. But essentially, I referred to Trump supporters as white trash, and I was suspended for 30 days. And that's nothing compared to what other people say. But there's an algorithm, and I'm not going to get into it because it'll take me about 20 minutes to explain what happened to me. But I'm no longer going to be involved with Facebook. Fuck it. I like YouTube. So my 3 social media platforms are Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And I know Instagram is owned by Facebook, but whatever. So, okay. So my point is that on social media, especially Facebook, there were a lot of deplorables following me or on my timeline or whatever. And in the way they wrote, they felt justified. They felt that they were right. They didn't think like, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm ignorant. I'm uneducated. I don't give a fuck about the climate and this and that. I'm stupid and I fuck it all, burn it all down, Trump. No, they're not that. They feel, in fact, they feel that I say we, people on the left, centrist, progressive, liberals, normal, sane people, if you will, they feel that we're fucked up. I used to have a friend I grew up with, and he's on the right. He's not an educated guy, but he's a small businessman, but he felt that we, meaning liberals, were crazy. Libtards, like you're insane. And he wasn't trying to be outrageous. He actually felt it. And if you watch Fox News, or how about this? Trump rallies. Trump is not saying, you know what, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm fucking ruining this country. He doesn't feel that way at all. He actually feels he's doing good. And so do his supporters. His supporters feel that it's the left that's destroying the country. It's so fucking weird. So in their mind, they feel that they're in the right. Very infrequently will you find someone who acts against their better judgment. Like, it does happen for sure. But even that, if you go meta, there's some justification. Like, just say everyone has a story. A drug addict, why are you doing heroin? There'll be a story. Even, this is very extreme, perhaps reductio ad absurdum, but serial killers, like it's sick. They know it's horrible, but they have their own sort of twisted justification. You've seen Ted Bundy's thing that came out on Netflix, I think a year ago. Sick, twisted, fuck, one of the worst persons who ever lived. He had his own sort of thing. I mean, they all do, because you can't live without some sort of rationalization, compartmentalizing. So there you go. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. People, be safe and occupy your time. By the way, I've been following on Instagram Jocko Willink, the Navy SEAL. He's fucking awesome. David Goggins, Cameron Haynes. These are tough men. And it's funny, Jocko Willink, and I sent it to my wife. It was like, it's real. It's real, bitch. And it doesn't give you an excuse to sleep in. Get up at 4 a.m. and work harder. Get it? It's real. All right. On that note, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. I wasn't in this video. Hey, Shiloh. See? He's so happy. He's smiling.